Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. You tuned into the Market Beast, Napoleon Macro. Quick request for the BABA, Alibaba Group Holdings. I'm going to go over a specific range with you all that I think the price activity will probably be within for at least the next 30 days or less, potentially a little bit longer. But I have a window of about 30 days of some potential price activity in this market. We're actually going to put up the higher time frames and then end up on the weekly because I want to show you a pattern. But I'm going to pull up our infamous lines: critical level, longevity level, and a financial support ascending line. So yeah, we'll get into it. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only go over price action. Please do your research outside of that before we get started. Please and thank you. All right. Let's not waste time, guys. Let's dive right into this Alibaba chart here, shall we? So today's June the 14th, 2021, and the previous close of Alibaba BABA is the instrument. It's going to be $211.64, slightly negative, approximately 0.6% for the day. Okay. All right, welcome back, everyone. ASMR, interesting analysis. So here's the infamous lines that we found on the chart here, or put on the chart rather. Okay, perfect. So really simple. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the monthly candles, the big boy candles, all right? So, of course, we've plotted the candles' bodies, okay? And we found that this market is in a beautiful, oh my goodness, uptrend. Like if you've been betting against this market, you probably haven't been having the best life or time there betting against this market, right? Back in October 2015, finding support at this line, bouncing out that line, really nice, okay? Just want to give you guys an overview before we get started on what we're doing. But as of November 2020, I don't know if you guys can associate this with something that happened. November 2020, I'm noticing this sell order candle came into the market, and they actually currently still have full control of this market, at least until the market gets all the way down to $187. Okay, it's not guaranteed to get that low, guys, but this is what I have, and it kind of intertwines or kind of intercepts or whatever the word is. It crosses the ascending financial support line, the yellow line. If we back out, that's a pretty nice setup there, right? And the previous level of resistance is just $187. That's how I got that from the higher time frames, $187. So notice, like, if it actually continues lower, which I'm not saying it is, but you have to be open to that, right? Sure, you have a strategy, yes. If it continues lower this month, this is an active candle in June 2021. If it continues lower at this yellow financial support line, it's at like $190, okay? And the longer it takes, this ascending line will eventually find some sort of support at this, find a reaction at this yellow line. Got to be very specific with my verbiage, or technical, right? Next month, it just kind of goes up in increments of $1 the longer it takes to actually find support at the ascending line, or $187, whichever one, is the better placement, wherever the buyers are, stand on standby to support the market. Okay, so that's the range, guys: $187 up to $231. If there's any price activity taking place below the $231, expect this market to move lower. Now, again, this is an active monthly candle, so let's just say that we get like some sort of lower shadow to push the price all the way up to, let's just say, like $221. Yeah, that means the buyers are stepping in here, guys. But I'm actually going to have somewhat of more of a retracement tone on this video. Let's actually pull up the lower time frames. Hopefully we're all clear, and this is pretty much we're all on the same page. How I got the $187 just represents a previous level of resistance. There was another unique way I have the $231. Let's just keep it like that for now. I'm not sure exactly, but let's look at the lower time frames. I think it was in the lower time frames is how I found it. Let's pull up the weekly candles here. Okay, so yeah, something like that. So if you notice, I always look for the previous level of resistance and the previous level of support. So you can kind of see like this little clustered area here, price activity of the weekly candles. And if you notice here on this weekly candle here, it's at $231. So I think that's how I got the previous level of resistance, right? From the weekly candles. And of course, the previous level of resistance from the higher time frames is going to be 187. So whenever we're in doubt, just zoom out. The saying is really true, and it helps, okay? So what I wanted to show you all is on the weekly. Let's get rid of everything. Hopefully you guys got the numbers 187, 231. Yes. All right. Let's erase that for now. Now I wanted to show you that the market is actually it's potentially within a bullish pattern. I just want to show it to you here. Weekly candles. If we plot out something like this, and then you do something like that, it's still developing, right? So this is pure speculation, but I think this setup here is interesting. We have a lower line of supporting the price there, and potential falling wedge pattern. So it's actually getting pretty tight if it is in fact a falling wedge pattern, right? The market should have a breakout sometime here in the short term. Let's actually figure out what that would be. And of course, you guys know I just focus on this little small area here. This is pure speculation, guys. If it's not in this pattern, it continues lower, that's fine. But if it actually breaks above to the upside, like I'd say between like now and June the 6th, 2021, yeah, then it means that the market is actually within a falling wedge pattern. It's actually pretty bullish. Okay, it's going to get really tight. Okay, so if you notice some price activity over the next few weeks getting really tight, but it's not dropping down, like it's not having any aggressive moves to the downside, yeah, it's likely just finding support, just kind of having a soft feather-like graceful touch to this lower descending line of support within this falling wedge, and then you just expect a breakout. Okay, sometime in the, let's just call it like beginning or the middle of July. But again, it must hold some sort of relative descending line of support. So if it gets any lower, let's just say, I don't know, like below 200, like that psychological level, oh yeah, it's breaking down. Okay, so that way you have an understanding, excuse me, of what's going on. If you're seeing any price fluctuations right now in the market, right? We always post 1 day late. Okay, if it's at below 200, yeah, unfortunately, it's this is not a valid pattern. Okay, we have to cross that out. Okay, but it's all about just trying to search for some sort of pattern and to see what's going on. But what I will tell you guys is, let's just say the market does decide to move higher, right? And you see this market actually break out of this potential falling wedge pattern, and that $275 will be a very interesting level. Yeah, if there is some sort of breakout with over the next 30 to 60 days, 275 would be an interesting level that I'd say, the sellers are more than likely going to put in some sort of sell orders. Now, whether they'll have enough selling interest to push the markets down, that's another question. But I'm noticing just from the candlesticks, okay, 275 would be a very interesting level. The market really needs to break through all those sell orders and continue higher. But my speculative observation here needs a little bit more time. Hopefully we can just kind of keep this on the chart for you all and revisit this sometime just in the beginning or the middle of July. Okay, so that's my prediction. It's in a consolidated phase right now, so I don't really have like any overhead targets. You guys have the previous level of resistance, right? If it continues lower. And that's all I have for now on this one. I need a little bit more time with this. Hopefully this was enough useful information in terms of the time frame, the date, right? You know, and of course that $200 psychological level is kind of the only level that I have for now on this. So yeah, let's let it play out. Okay, thank you for the requests. We'll revisit this. Just leave me a comment and just remind me in the comment section. All right. So yeah, leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can push this video out to the Alibaba investors. Let them know that potentially within a bullish pattern here. Pardon me there, a little harsh. Also, if you're new, before you go, we cover the alternative markets, Bitcoin, altcoins. Kindly subscribe with us to the bell and we'll send you that information when it is available. We'd love for you to join us here if you're into that. All right, guys, take care of yourselves out there. Be sure to protect your portfolio, execute your strategies. You know the deal, right? We'll talk soon, and bye for now.